Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today's video I'm continuing the series of my videos just telling you how long I will wait for a Walt Disney World attraction. So like I said in the first video of this series, I'm just going to tell you pretty much how long I will wait in these rides and how long I think you should consider waiting on your next Walt Disney World trip, or this may be able to help you pick fast passes for your next trip. So the last video we did Tomorrowland. I'll make sure and put that down in the description below and on the eye on one of these corners, so you can go back and look at that video of my wait times in Tomorrowland. So this week, as you can tell in the title, this week is going to be Fantasyland. Now this is going to be probably one of the biggest videos because there's a whole bunch of rides and attractions that are in Fantasyland that we have to cover. So we'll go through them pretty quick here. Alright, so we're going to start off, say like we're going through Tomorrowland and into Fantasyland. So the first thing you'll see is the Mad Tea Party. And this is a spinning teacup ride, and it opened on October 1st, 1971. And this ride is themed off of the unbirthday party, the scene they have in Alice in Wonderland. And pretty much you're in teacups and you spin around. And now if you don't like spinning, getting dizzy and stuff, probably not the best ride for you. But that's what you do, you spin around if you've never been on it. And I would wait no more probably than 15, maybe 20 minutes for this ride. That's about the maximum I would wait for it. Alright, so we're pretty much going to make a circle now around the outer edge of Fantasyland. So the next thing on your left will be the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. It opened on January 4th, 1999, and it's based on Winnie the Pooh. And it actually replaced Mr. Toad's Wild Ride before it became Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, on this ride, now I'm not going to say for me, but because we don't ride anymore, but if say for you, if you have little children or something, I would wait probably about 20 minutes. Last time we went, it did have interactive things in the queue, but now that Disney's come out with the Disney Play app, they've been taking away all the things that are in the ride queues for just to entertain you, try to waste a little time, try to let time fly by pretty much. Alright, the next one's going to be the Prince Charming's Carousel. So this is the next one that if you continue down through Fantasyland. It opened April 15th, 1983, and it was built in Philadelphia. Now this is one of the longest ones I'll probably talk about, just because it's got a pretty cool backstory. So it was built by them in 1917, and it was originally known as the Liberty Carousel. It moved to Detroit, and it had 72 wooden horses on it and 4 chariot and sleighs. It could seat up to 99 passengers, and then it moved to Olympic Park in New Jersey. And then in 1967, Walt Disney purchased it, and they redesigned it, created new mechanisms and horses for it, and it was shipped to California, where it was stripped of its design, and 18 horses that were made out of fiberglass were made in Tokyo. And actually, a cool fact about those, they added 23 karat gold leaf, silver, and bronze to each of the horses, and added scenes from Cinderella's story to the carousel just to kind of tie it in with the theme. And it opened in Orlando, Florida in 1971. So for this ride, 10-15 minutes is a decent wait time for this, for probably about 3-minute ride or so around the carousel. All right, moving on next is going to be a film, not really a ride, but an attraction, is Mickey's Filler Magic. And Mickey's Filler Magic is a 4D film attraction, and it opened October 8, 2003. So in this ride, you go through a bunch of different movies: The Lion King, Little Mermaid, Jasmine, Beauty and the Beast. So it's a 4D. The screen, it starts off small, and it shows Mickey conducting an orchestra. But Donald is trying to take over, and he ends up getting his hat. And they go through all these stories, and you hear, of course you're gonna hear things, but you feel like water and stuff, and then you smell different things that you see on the screen. So a good little thing to go, 10 minutes. I mean, it's pretty much, you're gonna wait. There's really no wait for it. You just wait for the next show to start pretty much. All right, so moving on to the next one is going to be Peter Pan's Flight, and it is a rail suspended dark ride, and it opened July 17, 1955. Now this is a ride that's been there for a while, and it needed some updates at one time, and they was able to get that in the queue, but now they're probably gonna take that away now with the Disney Play out. But the main ride is pretty much the same. It's kind of opposite of most dark rides. I mean, being on the ground, the rail is up in the air, and you're flying over the city of London and through the story of Peter Pan. All right, across the road from Peter Pan, It's a Small World. It opened on May 28, 1966, and it's a water-based dark ride. And it was based off the one that Walt Disney made in 1964 New York World's Fair. And waiting for this would be about 10 minutes or so. Next one's going to be Enchanted Tales with Belle. This is another attraction, kind of like Filler Magic, but this is actually live storytelling. It opened December 6, 2012 in the new Fantasyland project. Here you're going to relive the magic of Disney's Beauty and the Beast during an unforgettable reenactment starring Belle, Lumiere, and you. So yeah, all the little kids get to be in it. They get to play different characters in this show. About a 15-minute wait. Pretty cool entrance. You go through a mirror that starts off really small on the wall, and it opens up to the size of a door that you get to walk through. So pretty cool while you're waiting to go to the actual show part. About 15-20 minutes for me, but if you got little kids or something, maybe 20, maybe 25, somewhere right there for waiting for Enchanted Tales with Belle. All right, moving around in the circle, the next one will be Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. And this is a dark-based ride that opened on June 3rd, 2011. This is pretty much you're riding in a clamshell and an omni-mover system that you ride through the story of the Little Mermaid. It is one of the newer rides. It did open in the new Fantasyland project, and pretty good ride. They've got it a bunch around other Disney parks, pretty much all the same, maybe little differences. But anyway, I'll wait about 15-20 minutes probably for this ride. All right, moving to the next one is the center of Fantasyland, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And it is a steel roller coaster that opened on May 21st, 2014. This ride did complete the project of New Fantasyland. And the queue, well, it used to have interactive things like I've been saying on all these rides. They did just take those away close to just a couple days before filming this video. Pretty good air-conditioned queue, so good to wait in. Vehicles were kind of new when they came out with them. They actually sway with the curves, so that's one of the newer technologies that they did with this ride. So waiting for this, I would wait 55, maybe 60 minutes for this. I've waited longer, a lot longer for it, not knowing what I was getting into. But definitely one you should consider in getting a Fast Pass for, and they do go quick. So this is one you have to get, when your 60 days start to get your Fast Passes. All right, so one area that's Fantasyland, but not really Fantasyland, that I'm just going to quickly add on to this is Storybook Circus. This is over the top right edge of Magic Kingdom. It's in Fantasyland, but it's kind of not, but it's not its own land. So this is Storybook Circus, where the first ride you come up on is Dumbo, the Flying Elephant. And this is the aerial carousel ride that opened in July 17th, 1995. But after it updated, we got dueling Dumbos. So each side will have 16 Dumbos, 2 regular sized adults, or 3 maybe with a small child. And one cool thing after they updated this in the new Fantasyland project, they added a kids area where you wait in a little bit of a line, but then you go in this little play area where they give you like the restaurant buzzer, where you wait an extra like 15-20 minutes in that area if it's a long line, and then they buzz you and you're pretty much ready to go get on the ride then. So I would wait no more than 10 minutes probably for this ride. You don't have to go to the kids area if you don't have kids, but you can just pass on right through that if you want to. All right, the final ride we're going to talk about is Barnstormer. It's a junior roller coaster ride that opened October 1st, 1996 as the Barnstormer. And after the update of New Fantasyland, they changed the name to the Great Goofini, but everybody calls it Barnstormer still. And they changed that to March 12th, 2012. Wait time for this, 5-10 minutes. I mean, the ride is very, very short. When it means kiddie or junior roller coaster, it's really, really short. It's no more than 25-30 seconds of riding. So 5-10 minutes, definitely your max for waiting on this ride. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. So don't forget, we already covered Tomorrowland, which I'll put in the eye and down below so you can go watch that. And that completes now Fantasyland. So next video or next week, we'll move over to Liberty Square and we'll add on Frontierland to that. So that'll be our next video. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you're notified every time I post a video. I post every Friday around 2 o'clock Central. So yeah, that's gonna do it. So until next Friday, see you later.